Sorry for the minor delay, everyone, but we're live now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. My name is Cal, and we're here for the Sharks taking on the Bulls in the what is this? This is the final round of the Currie Cup, isn't it? Final round before the playoffs. Both these teams have booked their spots in the playoff. I didn't check who. Okay, so Cheetahs thumped the Pumas yesterday, so that means that I'm pretty sure that the Cheetahs get fourth spot on the log. Really? You're not going to give me a combined log? Let's see. So, yes. So Cheetahs are fourth, Sharks are third. Now the question is, can the Sharks move up with a big win here? And the answer is no. The Sharks can only they can't move at all. They stay third here, so it makes no difference really what happens here, except for I suppose run of form, and it's nice to go into a semi-final with a good win under your belt, especially if you might end up playing. So the Sharks are probably going to end up playing the Bulls. Actually, they will end up playing the Bulls in the semi-final. But it'll be at Loftus. So this one's at Durban. The next one will be at Loftus, and because the Bulls are 1.1 log position above us, which is fair enough, understandable. So I think that actually thinking about it, this game is massively important for the Sharks to get a good run into the semi-final against the same opponents. And so that's it's a big ask for the Sharks. They are at home, so that's not a bad thing. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find a site that'll show me the news about everything. Where's the okay? Yes, Cheetahs destroyed the Pumas to book that fourth log. What's it called? Semi-final playoff spot, and they'll play the Lions next weekend if there is no break. I'm not 100% sure. So if we go looking into this game so far, kickoff is in about 10 minutes. But if you look at the head-to-heads in recent years, Sharks not looking too good. In the last 5 games, the Sharks have won once. Bulls winning 4 times. Average points scored across those games, 33 to the Bulls, 23 to the Sharks. They'll hopefully be turning that around. What's interesting is the first try wins has only happened 40% of the time, which you'd think would mean that the Sharks have pretty much always scored. Well, 60% of the time have scored first. Well, not necessarily, but scoring first quite often. But what happens a lot is 60% of the time the home team wins. And so if we look at the team form in recent games, the Sharks have got 100%. So the Sharks have gone on a five game undefeated streak, which is almost similar to the Bulls actually, because 5 games ago the Sharks drew to the Pumas, 44 all, huge scoring game that. But on the same round, the Cheetahs and the Bulls drew 34 all. So 2 draws in the same round for both these sides. But the Sharks have been on a 4-game winning streak since then, whereas the Bulls were on 3 until last weekend, where they got kind of their asses handed to them and lost top spot on the log by the Lions. So Sharks on a 4-game winning streak here, so they'll want to carry that on, especially going into the semi-final against the same opposition. Looking at tries scored throughout the competition, or is that No, I think this is in the past 5 games. 30 to the Sharks. A lot of those came in that win against the Griffins, and 31 for the Bulls. But a much bigger points difference for the Sharks, as they hammered the Griffins by about 20 points more than the Bulls did. 88 points to the good for Sharks, 49 to the good for the Bulls. So if you look at the last 5 games for both sides, Sharks won 4 of that. Well, they won the last 4 games as they scored first, whereas the Bulls won 3 of their 5 with first try. So that will be their 3 wins, I imagine. Or rather, if in those games they scored first 3 times, Sharks scored first 4 times. First points, both of them in their last 5 games, both teams scoring first 3 times out of 5. However, the Sharks winning the race to 10 points in the four of their last five games, as opposed to the Bulls three in their last five games. And I'm pretty sure the Sharks didn't. I'm pretty sure the Pumas beat the Sharks to 10 points 5 games ago. But certainly an exciting game coming. Is the scoreboard working? Ooh, give me a second. It certainly should be, but it's I know what it is. Don't worry, I'll get it working. I need to slightly. I think I need to slightly reduce my camera. Hopefully, it'll come through now, guys. I just need to make my screen a bit smaller. So hopefully that'll update now. Because I've made myself a little smaller. You don't have to see so much of my big head. So we'll see. We'll go into We'll quickly go through the team sheets. Actually, we don't have much time. I'm just waiting for the YouTube adverts to piss off as they take bloody ages. You'll see some resizing of the screen as I keep Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. I'm sick of YouTube adverts. I'm sure you all are too. Oh, that's way too small. Give me a second. I'd say probably about there. Right. That'll update again. Right. So going through the teams, we'll start with the home team first. Going through the Sharks, and we've got Ntutuko Mchunu, Dylan Richardson, and Hanro Jacobs in the front row. Kurban Grobler and Emil van Heerden, 4 and 5. Emil van Heerden's been playing well recently. And then we finally get the two Chituka brothers in the back row. Emmanuel at 6 and Vincent captaining the team today at 7. Pepsi Buzlezi at 8, the try-scoring Springbok now. Bradley Davids at 9. Good. Davids is good. Masuku back in the starting lineup. Mapimpi, the 4-try hero against Griffins. Ethan Hooker, who I would say is one of our bright stars at the moment, alongside Lorenzo Julius, also a bright star. Letty Lichle Bester and Jordan Hendrickse playing at 15, not at 10. We'll see how that progresses, because now there's a lot of competition at 10, which there wasn't before. And then onto the bench, we've got Fez Mbata, Trevor Nyakani, Ruandrea, Corne Ral, big player to come off the bench. Labis Labaskakni, Cameron Wright, Lionel Crenier, he's now on the bench this week. Played well last weekend, though. I think he got man of the match. And Jacco Williams. Moving on to the Bulls, we've got Jarks van Rooyen, Akka van der Merwe, and Wilco Low in the front row. Janus Kirsten and Kobus Visa. Swear to God, there are about 400 million Kobus Visas in South Africa, and they all play rugby. Marcel Kutsia, former Sharks player, playing against the Sharks again and captaining. Selimpilo Gumedi and Cameron Hanekom. Hanekom, he's one of those ones who's unlucky not to be in the box because he's so good. But I mean, there's so many former Sharks players in this team. Akka van der Merwe being one of them as well. Ambrose Papier at 9. Jaco van der Volt at 10. Sibongile Novuka at 11. Harold Vorster and David Creel in the centres. Henry Immelman at 14. And Devon Williams, the former Puma, who's tearing it up for the Bulls at the moment. Onto the bench for them, you've got Johan Krobler, Corne Lavanga, Francois Klopper, Sintu Manjezi, Nizam Kars on the bench. Zach Berger, who's been at 15 for them for God knows how long now. Oh, no, wait. No, sorry, I'm thinking of Luke Berger for Western Province. Porter Chamberlain, another former Sharks player who's, in fairness, he's got a new lease of life at the Bulls, and I'm happy for him. He was critically underutilized at the Sharks. And then Stedman Gans. Referee is Griffin Colby, with local assistant referees, and then TMO is Morne Ferreira. The prediction of Rugby 365 is Bulls by 5 points. I'm not sure. Today. I think Sharks have a good shout on this one. And they certainly want to win this going into the semi-final round against this opposition, because the log cannot change. I don't think that the Bulls can take over the Lions. Can they? Give me a second. Lions, no. So the log can't change post the result of this game. So no matter who wins by however many points, the log will not change at all, because the Sharks can't catch the Bulls. The Bulls can't catch the Lions, and the Cheetahs didn't catch the Sharks. It looks like it's a wet day in Derbs, so I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure who that will suit more. I'd say probably Sharks. Yeah, as a bit about how the Lions feel, Grant. So Sakabula, it looks like it's raining. 27 kilometers per hour wind. Max temp of 22, min temp of 13. So it's just a bit drizzly. I think it's not like hammering down. I don't think. Although it is no, it's not hammering down, but it's wet. Um, I'm certainly, as you can tell, I'm a Shark supporter, which for the past few years has been incredibly painful. Because there's so much like talent in the Sharks, and we keep like just buying these outrageous players, and just nothing really comes of it. I will quickly go through the teams again just to check if there are any changes. Um, it's interesting when you look at if you look at SA Rugby Mag against their names. Vincent Chituka is under the flag of Republic of Congo, whereas Emmanuel is under South African flag. Although each team has a Scotland international in their side, Dylan Richardson for the Sharks and Jaco van der Walt of the Bulls. So they'll be playing. They'll be, I suppose, they'll know each other well from Scotland camp. And it just shows you how many bloody South Africans play for Scotland. It's insanity. It's basically not even Scottish anymore. 2 years. You're a 2 years Shark supporter. Is that it? Why? When did that happen? Or rather, how have you only supported them for 2 years? Did you support them before? May I have the link to watch the rugby, please? This so we don't share links or anything on in the chat. There are lots of. Hey, I see a flag. Sorry, an umbrella of my prep school in the crowd. Cornwallis Prep School in Pietermaritzburg. If you don't know that school, have a look at it. It is amazing. Nice to see that in the crowd. I wonder who it is, actually. Probably don't know them. It's been a hell of a long time. I left there in 2007. There's a hooker at centre. Look, Ethan Hooker, future Springbok. He is so fast. He's rapid. And I think him and Lorenzo Julius in the centres, that is a deadly pairing. The Sharks are, I think, starting to find the players they really need from the youngsters, which is good. We don't like the more we buy players, I think the more we will actually lose our identity. Um, and so great. Look, it's great having Springboks, but then when they go away, the Sharks get absolutely, screwed. Every URC were crap. So I mean, geez, this URC better be better. I'm like so disappointed. Like last season was just such a write off. There it is. There's Cornwallis umbrella again. Do I recognize them? No, I do not. But nice to see brown and white. Nice to see. Actually, I would love one of those umbrellas. Um, So the game is about to get underway, and yeah, guys, chuck in the chat. What are your predictions? If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please do so. It'll do really help us, and also check out our sponsor, BitDefender. They have been with us for so long now, and they help us bring you all of this content, and we love doing it. We love chatting to you guys, and yeah, it's not looking like a fabulous weather day. For me, Marcel Kassir is one of the biggest losses in recent years for the Sharks when we let him go to Ulster. And the fact we didn't bring him back irritated me. But we kind of have been spoiled for flanks in the last while. So, there are other points that we probably would have rather had, rather fly half here and there. I think the Sharks have always been best when we've had a foreign fly half, bar Pat Lambie. Bar Pat Lambie. Other than that, we were best when we had Pat Lambie. Foreign fly-offs like Freddie Michalak, Hernandez, Andy Good was even good for us, which was remarkable. And just to remind you of the teams, just before we get going, for the Sharks, Nchunu, Richardson, Jacobs, Krobler, Van Heerden, Stuka, Emmanuel, and Vincent, Pepsi Buthelezi, Bradley Davids, Siamasuku, Mapimpi, Hooker, Julius, Bester, and Hendrickser playing at 15. Van Ooyen, Akvan de Merwe, Lowe, Kirsten, Visa, Marcel Kassir, Gumeri, and Hanekom. Papier, Jakob van der Walt, Novuka, Vorster, Creel, Immelman, and Williams. So two pretty decent sides about to go at each other here. Sharks kicking off left to right. And I've got a little bit of beer to enjoy. Home win is rated at 2.75. A draw, 41. Good odds, that one. And an away win at 1.44. So it'll be Siamasuku. I haven't seen him play for a little while. He kicks off for the Sharks, and he goes really long. It looks like it's going to fall to Gumedi. He's brought down by what's his name? What's yeah, Bester, and it's an immediate penalty for the Bulls. So easy pressure release for the Bulls there. Let's at least let Bester. It's a good chase from him. Sorry, my cat. I don't even know if you can see. Let me check. Can you see? Let's see. Can you see the cat? You might see the cat just up here. So I'm really leaning the wrong way. Just climbing. Good clearance there from Jaco van der Walt. No, no, now it's on the door. Now you'll probably definitely see it. So Akke van der Merwe, former Sharks player himself, throws into the line out. Papier van der Walt, he goes to the boot immediately. Jaco van der Walt. It's a decent chase from the Bulls. And Bester's gone behind Bester, but it's a penalty to the Sharks for I think an off the ball tackle. But it was poor fielding the ball there from Bester. I'm going to call him Lely Bester. It's just easier and quicker. Letelitli. Tony Brown did a decent stint to the Sharks. Yeah, but that's, oh my God, that's ages ago. Yeah, Bester jumped and it just flew over his head. But it's nice to see some new emerging talent from the Sharks. It really is, and not just spending money on big names. Oh, it's an overthrow. Oh, and it's kicked through from Gumedi, but it's gone to the side. Bradley David's gonna have to deal with it. Gumedi brings him down, and he's out. So it'll be a 22-meter line out to the Bulls, and this is poor from the Sharks. Dylan Richardson with an overthrow there. Oh yeah, because Gumedi is a former Shark, isn't he? Oh no, maybe not. Maybe I don't know if Gumedi played for the Sharks. I think he did, but he went to DHS. Yeah, emerging talent the Sharks bought. Yeah, true. But at least it's emerging talent and it's not just more Springboks. Papier feeding his forwards. You'll hear that a lot because I don't know the Bulls players that well. Papier decides to go himself. Papier's through a gap. He tries to go on the outside of Hendrickson. He beats him, but Hooker gets back to tackle him. He's 5 meters out. Gumedi with a strong carry. Sharks looking really stretched here. And penalty against the Sharks. Cynical there. And it is who's playing 6 for the Sharks? Emmanuel Chituka. So Jaco van der Walt will kick to the corner. So it'll be an early line out and driving maul opportunity for the Bulls. And it's not the greatest of starts for the Sharks. Great little snipe from Ambrose Papier there. He made a good 20 meters. Really good run from him. Bulls take their line out well. And, crossing in the air, I think. So it's a penalty to the Sharks. Yeah, or rather crossing as soon as the player landed, so protecting the ball. So Sharks have an easy let off there. And Sia Masuku will look to gain a bit of territory for them and escape their 22. Not a bad kick from Sia Masuku there. Didn't have much of an angle. Brings play halfway outside of the 22. Don't forget, guys, chuck all your comments, any score predictions, whatever, where you're watching from in the chat. And let's get a nice little back and forth going. Richardson finds his man this time. Grobler. Masuku's going to kick downfield. It's a good long kick. He's found grass too, so not bad. Here is Devin Williams. He's going to return fire. And I think he's going to just look for touch. That's a great kick from Devin Williams too. Easily brings play back where Masuku kicked it. Possession so far, 79% to the Bulls in the first 5 minutes. Sharks need to get, it's still very early on. Territory, though, is 61% to the Sharks. Dylan Richardson will throw it. It's another line out that's gone forwards, and it'll be a knock on from the Sharks, and the line out is just not working. And this is like Western Province kind of shit. It is pouring with rain. What the hell are you throwing a long line out for? By the way, it's raining quite hard. So first scrum of the game. Um, I'd say for me, the Bulls have a better scrum. Sharks front row is heavier by 4 kgs at 359. Tight five heavier by 9 kgs. Jesus, the pack weight of the Sharks is 22 plus 50, 37 kgs heavier. Why is Western Province catching strays? Well, their line out this competition has been absolutely awful. Their line, like they've actually got a decent side. I quite like Western Province, but their line out has been why they just have had a shocking season. I think they got like 2 out of their something like 11 lineouts in their last game. It was nuts, and it's been every game. I've done a lot of Western Province games recently, and yeah, they've stunted their own performance. So Papier feeds the scrum, solid scrum from both sides, not really moving much, and then the Bulls do get a shove on. No penalty coming though. Papier goes into his centres. Papier goes right this time, change of direction. Here's Hanekom. Good tackle from Krobler. It looks like Vilko low. Yep, low. Papier. Hanekom with another carry. Scores 0-0. Been ripped by the Sharks. Hooker has it. He's going to kick downfield. He's found grass, which is good. Devin Williams with a great little run through the Sharks players. And he's kicks forward. Konani covering, or is that Mapimpi? No, Mapimpi with a good cover. But, I mean, that was a really good run from Devin Williams. He is a really good player, Devin Williams. He's a player I'd love to have got out of the Sharks, but we do have a lot of back three players that are quite good, so it would have made competition even better. What's his name? Not a great up and under box kick from Bradley Davids. Papier, Marcel Coetzee. Coetzee slips out of the tackle of Van Heerden. Papier goes right to Van der Vault, the Scottish. Although he's South African. Coetzee again. Aka van der Merwe helping him. Papier goes deeper. Goes to number 12, Forster. He kicks forward. Mapimpi gets it, and he kicks downfield. And I tell you what, there's a huge chase on him. Mapimpi's after it. Bulls having to get back quickly. That was almost really good from Forster, but he does. And Van der Vault's under pressure. He's going to have to get the ball away. He's got it back to Hanekom. Hanekom gets it out to... No, who's that? Forster. Masuku. He's got the ball off to Jordan Hendrickse. Hendrickse. Pepsi Buthelezi. Bradley Davids. They're on the 10-meter line. Jordan Hendrickse gets it out to Dylan Richardson. Good tackle by Immelman. Davids. It's an awful kick from Bradley Davids. He kicks it straight up in the air and gives away possession. Immelman comes down with it, and it's a knock-on. That was awful from Bradley Davids. I mean, he was hit as he was kicking it, but why were you kicking it? And it's a penalty. It's a penalty to the Bulls, and the Sharks just being stupid decisions there from the Sharks. Yeah, Grant, you're not wrong. Just so out of touch with each players. So Jacob Van der Vault will have the kick. I mean, we're already 10 minutes into this game. Van der Vault will look for touch, and I wouldn't say that's his cleanest strike, but it's not a bad kick. Kind of skidded off the side of his foot, but ended up being a good kick. But he finds a good touch, I think, just outside the Sharks' 22. Van der Merwe throws to the line out. No challenge from the Sharks. So the maul is set. Crabbing a little sideways, but Van der Merwe still has it. He breaks off straight into Gumed. No, not Gumedi. Chituka. Good tackle from Chituka, though. Here's Kutsia. Over the top of Masuka. Van der Volt gets it out to Van der Merwe. Van der Merwe cuts inside, beats one. A Pimpy trying to steal it from him, but can't do so. Krobler goes over, gets his hands on the ball, and shocked with a brilliant turnover from Krobler. Brilliant turnover from Krobler there. Gerbrandt. It's the name of a design of glasses that Cubits makes. So Bradley Davids, with a much better box kick this time, finds a decent touch on the Sharks' 10-meter line. Referee just calling time off. Not sure what for. I think an injury to one of the Bulls players. He's down in down behind where the ball is, and it looks like he's getting some assistance. Although he's walking all right now. It looked like Ambrose Papier. John Plumtree, Sharks coach currently. And yeah, I tell you what, Jake Peterson as the coach while Plumtree was away did really well. That's the nice thing about JP Peterson is he chose all the young players for the Sharks, and they rewarded that. He rewarded them with some starts, and bloody hell did they play well. So Van der Merwe, another throw in at the line out here. Sharks do challenge this one, can't quite get up to it. Papier, Van der Volt, Forster to Kutsia. Gets it back to Forster. Dylan Richardson brings him down. Good challenge, counter ruck by Richardson, but can't quite get it. And Jakob van der Volt turns and kicks the corner. Hendrickson has to go. He drops it, but he's got it again. He steps back in field, beats one. Hendrickson trying to run out of his own try line here. I sadly can't, hence why I'm talking about it. Skateboard. Bradley Davids here will box kick out of his 22. Don't think he hasn't looked for touch. Devin Williams, the brilliant catch. Upended by Brant Robler, though. Van der Merwe with a carry into Vincent Chituka. Good tackle from him and Dylan Richardson. Pierre bring it back to the left. Kutsia goes through the hands. The ball does find grass, but it's picked up. Sharks trying a bit of a counter ruck there. Penalty against, I think, Dylan Richardson, though. No, actually, I think it was Van Heerden. Not rolling away. Still 0-0. Still 0-0. The Bulls could go for a three-pointer here. No, Jakob van der Volt's going to go for the corner. Yeah, I mean, Jordan Hendrickson trying to go through Vilko low. That's never going to work too well. Big hit on Jordan Hendrickson from Vilko low. Three carries already for Van der Merwe as he throws in this lineup. Bulls take it at the top. Oh, this is looking dangerous for the Bulls. I think that well, Akavander, they do manage to get to Akavander Merva and bring him down, but he does get there, and Akavander Merva scores the opening try of the match. No idea how he got there. And that is Akavander Merva's 8th Currie Cup try. Okay, like I said what the score was. It's now 5-0, but I told you when I saw your message it was 0-0. But the Bulls have just scored. Akavander Merva is kind of one of those players that's um, what's the word? Super. He just does what he decides he's going to do something and just does it. Jakob van der Walt draws the kick left, so it'll remain 5 points to nil. How did he get there? Yeah, it was Emmanuel Chizuko who kind of dragged him over the try line. So Sharks will have another kickoff. 15 minutes gone. Masuku goes long. Kumedi, he's going to run it back. Tries to escape the tackle of Van Heerden, can't do so. Papier. Janis Kirsten with a good carry. Oh, Janis Kirsten played for Exeter. Papier with the box kick. I don't think he's found touch. Hendricks is under it. He gathers it. Hendricks is going to go off on his bike. Escapes one tackle. Can't escape Honeycomb though. Almost getting stripped. Almost. Davids. Oh, and Chunu's dropped it cold. But the conditions are not fantastic, so understandable. Don't forget to like and share the stream, guys. Let's get as many people watching as possible. The more people watching, the more people that like and subscribe, and and then the channel does really well, and it's all because of you guys. As you can see, we're sitting on. Well, I think it's more than that. I've seen when Steven's streaming, and we got like 76,000 subscribers. Well, actually, yeah, we do. If you can see, it says under that we got 77,000. So I'm not sure why this isn't updating on our scoreboard. But we're approaching 80k. Let's try and get there. Get all your friends and fam to subscribe. Maybe join the fan club and get some Sia Khaleesi and Roxy Erasmus stickers to use in the chat. It's always funny. So it'll be a scrum down to the Bulls just inside the Sharks half, on literally on halfway. Just waiting for the scrum to get ready now. Just taking a look at the benches. I'm not sure. I'd argue that. Oh god, we got Trevor and Yokani on the bench. I still argue that for me the Bulls have a better bench. Juan Agrela. Agreja. Free kick against the Sharks. I think early engagement. Jakob van der Volt's just going to launch an absolute bomb, but it's straight into the 22. Jordan Hendrickson calls the mark. Not the greatest kick from Jakob van der Volt, that. Maybe it got caught in the wind or something. But Jordan Hendrickson will try to clear the Sharks' line. No, he hasn't found touch. Jakob van der Volt fields it, gets it into Devon Williams. Williams gets it into, who's playing 13? Creel. And Creel launches it back into the Sharks' half. And a brilliant cross-field kick from Creel. Really good kick from David Creel. Takes play like 10 meters out from the Sharks' line. Bulls leading the possession stats 65-35. And the territory 72-28. Sharks are under serious pressure. Akavanimova throws into the line out, brought down by Kirsten. Marcel Kutsia breaks off the side. Got a good run at Masuku. Sorry, not Masuku. It was Emmanuel Chichuka. Then the ball gets thrown backwards to Hanekom. Hanekom loses it forwards. So there'll be a scrum to the Sharks, but the Bulls are looking dangerous. They just need to keep it in hand. Oh, I honestly thought Kutsia could potentially go over there. It's a good tackle. Well, at least a good stop from Emmanuel Chichuka. Excuse me. So Bradley Davids will feed this scrum. Sharks need a solid platform here. Both teams' scrum's pretty solid. Bradley Davids whips it out to Masuku. Masuku kicks downfield. Not the greatest contact. In fact, he doesn't even find touch. That's tackled off the ball, surely. It kind of goes, it bounces and then goes over Bester and then finds touch. How does it get there? Okay, so it goes through his hands. That's tackle off the ball. But I think it's a knock on. I think it's a Bulls, but yeah, it's a Bulls put in. Papier has the ball. So Bulls will have a scrum just outside the Sharks 22. First quarter gone, 20 minutes in. Tackles already. Sharks have made 34 tackles to the Bulls. What was it? 13, I think. But the Sharks have not missed many. Bulls have missed two. Yeah, so Christian, you're right. 5-0 to the Bulls. Papier gets the ball out, takes a few steps before passing to Jakob van der Volt. Jakob van der Volt then monstered in the midfield. Papier, Forster. Hooker trying to strip him, but can't. That's an interesting phrase. Hooker trying to strip him. Papier goes to the left. Kutsia with a carry. Beats one. Papier goes to the right. Vilko low. Oh, sorry, Van Rooyen, not Vilko low. It looks similar. Papier, yep. And it's frustrating because the Sharks did not have to play the 9 there, but it's a penalty. Penalty, and I imagine they'll take the 3 here. But annoyingly, if it was an advantage, Lorenzo Julius got a really good intercept and no one was going to catch him. But instead, the Bulls will have a 3-point shot. Silly from Van Heerden, really silly. So Jakob van der Volt have his second shot at goal, this time for a penalty. Easier angle for this one, though, compared to the conversion. I think this one's better. Yep, Van der Volt gets it straight through the sticks, and 8 points to 0. Bulls lead. Now, Vincent Chichuka, the captain's going to have to rally his men here and get them going. They haven't really fired a shot yet. Masuku gets us underway again. It feels like he's done that a lot already. It's going to fall to Gumedi. He takes it in well. and gets away from Bester. Van Heerden brings him down. Papier goes to Kirsten. Sorry, Visa, not Kirsten, Visa. No, he was told to use it way too long ago. Papier kicks downfield. That was more than 5 seconds, but okay. Good clearance there from Ambrose Papier. Brings play almost up to halfway. So it'll be a throw into the lineup for Dylan Richardson. Hopefully he can find his man. It's a scrappy lineup, but the Sharks do get it. Richardson comes away with it, beats Van der Merwe. Almost a high shot there from Gumedi, but no. Sorry, Davids to Chituka. Masuku is going to launch a bomb for his backline to chase. Julius and I think Mapimpi's after it. Mapimpi goes up for it. It's a knock on from. Ah, they're calling it that Mapimpi knocked it on. I'm not so sure. Fine margins, because if he hadn't, the Bulls knocked it on into Julius's hands. I'm not sure he knocked that on. Devin Williams certainly knocked it on to Julius. I'm not so sure about that. I think that was the wrong way around, that call. Jacques van Rooyen receiving some attention on the floor, the big prop. Tell you what I really miss about living in South Africa is going to watch the rugby at the Shark Tank. I used to love a day out at the Shark Tank. So much fun. That was back when we were good, really good. I think I went 3 years of going to the Shark Tank and not seeing us lose. The first time we lost was like a game that was like we lost 16-10 to the Waratahs, and it was so blatantly biased that got them the win. I remember there was a huge controversy after it because it was so blatant, and the referee didn't give it. And it was horribly wet that day. Yeah, of course. Sorry, I just spilt stuff everywhere, as only I do. So it's a Shark scrum. Free kick. So Hooker takes a tap and go. Good yards from Ethan Hooker. Davids feeds Richardson. God, at half time, I'm gonna have to clean this up. Julius. The camera's going to look a little bit weird for a second, guys. Just give me a second. There we go. Sharks trying to work the channels here, but not really getting much go forwards. But there is a penalty, so Sharks will have an opportunity for first points in the game, or their first points in the game, rather. I think that's all of them. I think we're good. I'll still need to get the Hoover out there. 26 minutes gone, and oh my god, I forgot how sweaty and hot these old Sharks jerseys get. Really good kick by Sia Masuku to the corner. We get a 5 meter line out. Hopefully we can get a try from this. Why is it 11-0? It's not 11-0. It's 8-0. If the scoreboard went to 11-0, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the one on the screen. But it's changed. It's gone back now. So Sharks get their line out well through Vincent Chituka. Set the maul well. It's looking well constructed. Although Davids is told to use it once. Sharks maul's kind of been stopped. David's going to have to use it. He does. Goes to hooker. Advantage to the Sharks. Davids goes wide. It's not a good pass, but Jordan Hendricks has got it. Gets it back to Masuku. Looking for some space. Picked up by Jacobs. And Junu goes straight to ground, but it's still an advantage to the Sharks. Davids goes to the left. Chatuka is monstered in a spot tackle by Honeycomb, but the Sharks will have the penalty. So Sharks had two options of the penalty, one on the 5 and one a little bit further out. So they're going to go for the line out again. And it's another 5-meter line out to the Sharks. It's a very good shot on Chatuka from Honeycomb. Dylan Richardson throws in the line out. Bulls don't challenge. They set the maul. Richardson has to break off the back. It's going sideways, but he makes a couple of meters. Bulls not rolling away. It's Marcel Garcia that's going to receive the penalty against him. A double blast. And there's going to be a warning for the Bulls here. So it's Marcel Garcia who's given, well, he gave away the penalty, but he's now got a team warning. No more penalties, or there'll be a yellow card. Now the Sharks, do they go for another line out, or do they go for a scrum? They're pretty much under the sticks, so the scrum is not a bad call. Scrum would not be a terrible call for the Sharks. So no, they're going to do a tap and go. Davids goes to Jacobs. Davids goes to Van Heerden, goes to Petri Buthelezi, who's hit really early. David's going to go back to Jacobs. David's to Chatuka, Manny Chatuka. David's to back to Buthelezi. Going to change direction now. David's going to go to the left. Yeah, he does. Goes to Masuku. Masuku has to take on the line as there are no real runners options. Yeah, and the Bulls are defending well right now. David's screaming at Mabimbi to back him up. Sharks have to pick it up, and Bester picks and goes. And another penalty, and there's going to be a yellow card. So it's a yellow card, I think, for Immelman. No, David Creel. So Sharks have got an extra man for the rest of this half. And they need to make this count. So Sharks will go for the line out. They really want this try. Lily Bester was a really good pick and go there. Yeah, hands definitely on the floor first. Otherwise, it would have been a really good steal. But no, his hands are on the floor, so definitely a penalty. And they were warned. So Dylan Richardson will throw in at this line out. Sharks have a really good opportunity. Van Heerden rises high for it. They've set the maul. Called use it once, the referee. It's moving sideways more than anywhere. Referee says use it. Hooker gets it off to Julius. Oof. Quite a high up tackle from Forster. Oh, Richardson's going to go over. No, he's got it down. Woo! Akin van der Merwe almost stopped him there. But it is a try to Dylan Richardson. They're going to have a look at it, though, but he's definitely got that. there was a head collision which Forster came off worse off, and he was the tackler. So, if it's a bad one, there could be another yellow card. Dylan Richardson with a great carry. Harold Forster did not come off of that tackle well. And if it's head on head, he'll get a yellow. Let's see. So it's Forster on Julius. Julius steps in field. Yeah, it's head on head. There's not a lot in it, but it'll be a yellow. It's going to be a yellow. So the Bulls are going to be down to 13 for the rest of this half. I would say it's definitely nothing more than a yellow. Oh, shit. It's going to be a red. The referee wants to give a red. They're going to have one more look at it, but this could be a red card. Okay. So, yeah, because he was static and he took most of the force, it's going to be a yellow card, not a red card. Very lucky. The referee really wanted to give a red there. I'm seeing myself like a minute in like in the past on YouTube, and like when I'm watching something and like trying to see what's going to happen, I look like I don't have a soul. I look completely just phased out, which is quite funny. So it'll be another yellow card for the Bulls. They'll be down to 13 for the rest of the first half. And it looks like the Sharks. Oh no, they scored the try. Of course, they scored the try. And I think they're going to get HIA for Lorenzo Julius. So Masuku could bring us back into within a point, but the Sharks need to go to town in the last 8.5 minutes of this half. They need to hit it really hard. Masuku gets the kick over, 8 points to 7. The Bulls lead. Both centers have been sent off for the Bulls, and an HIA for Lorenzo Julius. Um, no, it wasn't a red card. The referee was thinking that, but then when they looked again, there was a passive. Um, there was a passive. What's it called? Not a passive tackle, but he took the brunt of the hit, and that's why it was downgraded. So Williams is on to as a like kind of HIA replacement. So David's with a kick from Mapimpi to chase, although it's kind of gone up behind him. He overchased it. Mapimpi's got it though. Gets the ball back. Chatuka off to Davids. Davids whips it in field to Hooker. No, Hendrickson. Sorry, Hendrickson kicks long. Decent kick from him. The ball just sits, so it's not going to go over the goal line. And Jakob van der Volt is forced to kick downfield. And the Sharks are going to take it quickly. Masuku straight to Davids. Off to Mapimpi. Brought down by Kirsten. Davids. Out the back. Oh, Hendrickson should have gone through there. Sharks been pushed back a little bit. Masuku gets the ball to Hooker. Hooker off to Newman. Oh, and he's scragged by the collar. I think that's a penalty. Isn't that a penalty? You can't grab a collar anymore. Good pass from Hooker. It's a good run from Williams. Oh, no, it's fine. He got him around the. You know, it wasn't on the collar. It was on the back of his shirt. So time is off. I'm not sure what for. It was Vilko Low who got that tackle on him. What's going on here? Good win for the Springboks yesterday. I don't think they played that well, but a really good win when when you don't play particularly well and you still get the win. It's a good sign. Very good sign. And oh my god, that second half from Argentina was ruthless. It was hilarious to watch. I love it when Australia get pumped like that. So the Bulls get their line out. Papier to Van der Vault. Van der Vault's going to kick downfield. 1 point in this game so far with 6 minutes left in the half. Hendrickson with a good catch. Comedia, I think that kind of falls over him. Here's Davids. Masuka with a kick downfield. That's a good kick. He's found a. Has he found touch? Yeah, he's found a really good touch there, just outside the 22. So it was very close to a 50-22. But this is annoying. Like the Sharks have two extra backline players. Like all you have to do is make use of space and you will score. Like kicking away is a bit frustrating. Oh, okay. So Akavanamoga will have the throw into the line out just outside their own 22. Sharks contest but can't get it. Papier, Van der Vault. Van der Vault's going to kick downfield. Good pressure from Richardson. Doesn't found touch. Mapimpi's got it. Gets it infield to Jordan Hendrickson. Hendrickson's going to get on his bike. Can't escape Navuka, but gets it off to Hooker. Hooker gets up to the 10-meter line. Bulls steal the ball. Bulls with a brilliant turnover steal there. And Jakob van der Volt's going to kick it downfield again. Mapimpi is there. Takes the catch. Mapimpi comes in field slightly. Can't beat Hanekom though. Hanekom might have a turnover here, and he does. And the Bulls are just pilfering these balls. But the Sharks then counter-ruck, and it's a penalty to the Sharks. That's such a good steal from Hanekom. Such a good steal. Good two steals from Hanekom. But then the counter-ruck from the Sharks was also really good. Who was it? It's Pepsi Buthelezi with the counter-ruck. Oh, and it's a great kick from Masuka. Lucky, very lucky, because Jakob van der Vault drops it and then carries it over what's it called, the touchline. So it'll be a line out 5 to the Sharks. Or Van der Vault will be pissed. That was a very lucky throw for Masuka. Don't forget, Masuka was in this Springbok squad for a while, but he never got a shot. So Vincent Chituka takes the line out. Richardson's got at the back, and it's knocked on at the back of the ruck. Sorry, at the back of the maul. So it's an accidental offside or accidental knock on. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, you'd say they're smelling blood. I mean, are they? They're two man up and they're not even playing with the ball. So we've got 2.5 minutes left of the first half. Uh, Frustratingly, Sharks, these yellow cards really haven't done much for the Sharks. They haven't made any real use of the two man advantage, which is frustrating me hugely. Four handling errors for the Bulls, three for the Sharks. That's purely because the Sharks haven't had much ball. 2 minutes left. 3 minutes. So the rest of the first half will be both yellow cards. So the Sharks need to get a turnover and get some points. Bulls will win their scrum. Hanekom breaks off, gets it away to Immelman. Yeah, Immelman, who's playing in the midfield now. Papier is going to go back to Jakob van der Walt. Oof, good pressure from Chituka. Not a great kick. Brings play just inside their own 22. Minute and a half to play. So Richardson has a chance again. They've got 1 more minute. And it's an awful line out. The Sharks get it totally wrong. And Visa comes away with it. Awful line out from the Sharks. Papier boots it downfield. Good take from Hendrickse. Hendrickse gets away from Akvan der Merwe and Hanekom, but then he's smashed back by Gumedi. Bradley Davids gets it away to Van Heerden. Van Heerden at the back to Masuku. Masuku with not a great pass, but gets it to Bester. Strong carry from Bester, but can't get away from his man. Good carry from Jacobs. Sharks trying to do something, and it's going to be a box kick here from Davids. He box kicks downfield. Knock on. Yep, knock on by Van der Walt, who's coming forwards. Sharks having a chance here to go. Mapimpi's kicked it forwards. Jakob van der Valt's going to run it out. And that will be the half. And the Sharks not at all making use of the two-man overlap. And that's about right for the Sharks team in their fairly recent history. So that is halftime, guys. We will be back for the second half in about 10 minutes. Until then, grab yourself a drink and hopefully we'll get something a bit more exciting in the second half. All right, and we're back, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Forever Rugby for the second half of the Sharks versus the Bulls. Um, quite, what should I say? It's quite a stop-start first half. Fairly entertaining, but hoping that it looks like it might have stopped raining. So I'm hoping that it'll be a much more free-flowing second half. No, never mind. It hasn't stopped raining. At least I don't think it has. It still looks fairly wet, so we'll see what happens. Just waiting for the kickoff. And it'll be Bulls now playing left to right. Yep, and Van der Vault kicks long. It falls to Vincent Chatuka with a good catch. He gets rid of Vilko. No, it wasn't. It was whatever the other prop's name is. Ooh, let me get that team sheet back up, actually. So Davids kicks long, chased by Mapimpi, and then tipped forward by Mapimpi. It's good. Oh, and it's knocked on by the Bulls, by Jakob van der Vault, and it's going to be a scrum on the Bulls 10-meter line to the Sharks. Now, has Jones and Julius come back on? Fairly soon, the Bulls 12 will what's his name? Forster will come back on. Sorry, Creel will come back on. That's his yellow card should be finished basically now. Trevion Yukani and Ru Andrea have both come onto the field, and I think so is Fez and Bata. So full front row change for the Sharks. Okay, so instead, Stedman Krantz has come back on. So Davids will feed this scrum. And the Sharks have now a very strong front row. And showing that too. Penalty advantage to the Sharks. Davids gets it out. Here's Hooker. Hooker out the back. And it's Lionel Crenier. Lionel Crenier's on the pitch as well. So Masuku's off already. Wow, they've changed a lot in this for the second half. No, sorry, Sia Masuku's still on. So what is it looks like Crenier's playing centre. Which means I think a winger has gone off. And I think it's Bester has gone off. And Crenier's come on at centre, and the new guy Williams has gone onto the wing. I think we'll find out, but I'm not sure. The ball's knocked over. He's still got 20 seconds. So Masuku. And it's a good kick after the ball falls over. Sharks take the lead for the first time in the game. 10 points to 8. And it looks like the reserve, Yako Williams, has actually gone back off. And I think it's from that tackle from Vilko Low. I think he stretched his groin. He'd only been on for the field for about a minute. Oh my god, and now Ruan Drea, who's just come on, is going off. So Jacobs is coming back on, and this is awful for the Sharks. So Van der Vault kicks off again to Chatuka. Looks like he might be. They got to release surely. So Sharks love the ball. Hendricks is still on. Yep, he's playing 15. Sharks are in 6s and 7s with their players at the moment. Mapimpi after this. Devin Williams with a good catch, and then good run. He's found some space. God, Devin Williams is good, but he's eventually stopped by Vincent Chatuka. And then he and Pepsi Buttalesi smack into what's his name? Hendrickson. Yeah, he's still on. Okay, so Cronua came on for Julius, and then Hans was on for Forster. Devin Williams, it's a penalty advantage to the Bulls. Jakob van der Volt kicks it away, so they'll come back for the penalty. No, Bester's still on the pitch. Lots of injuries for both sides in this game. Not a good sign for the semi-finals next week. It looks like Devin Williams has now picked up an injury. God, it was a good break, though, from Devin Williams. Oh, it was good. Did look like Trevor Nyakani was a bit blocked there. Good hit from Chituka. So Jakob van der Volt will have a shot at goal. He's practically right in front. So I imagine this will be 11 points to 10. And he gets it over. So Bulls move back into the lead. Five minutes gone in the second half. Lionel Cronua is now taking over the kicks out of hand. Devin Williams is now off the field, and Burta Chamberlain, former Sharks player, is on. Good, strong carry from Gumedi there. Ambrose Papier won't be able to kick it out on the full as it was carried out. Papier with a long kick. Hendricks underneath it, takes it well, tackled by Handekom and Gumedi. No, not Gumedi, it was Novuka. Trevor Nyakani, first carry of the game. Williams. Sorry, Davids kicks downfield. Van der Volt catches. He's off. Tackled by Bester. And then Gumedi picks up and goes, but he's left it behind. And it's a knock on from the Bulls. And there's a bit of pushing and shoving here from Aka van der Merwe and Vincent Chituka. Definitely started by Aka van der Merwe. Definitely started by Aka van der Merwe there. So the referee just calling Aka van der Merwe over. I mean, Sharks need to win this to keep a winning streak going in a good form. But so Aka van der Merwe is about to be subbed, but he's going to be penalised first. Do you think the Bulls will win this game? I'm not sure. The thing is, this could go either way. So Sharks could regain the lead here if they go for poles. Yeah, Chituka pointing to the pole, so Steven Matsuka will kick here, and Sharks will try to retake the lead. It's good to hear that Nick Hatton's played himself into the URC squad. I'm hoping the Sharks will win. Obviously, we need a good run into next week where we play the Bulls at Loftus. So the ball keeps falling over. So Best is going to come in and help Masuku by holding it. Masuku. Oh, and it's a good kick. Masuku takes us back into the lead. 13 points to 11. Sharks take the lead again. And this is what Masuku was doing for us all the time in that Challenge Cup, getting the penalties when we needed them and building the scoreboard pressure. Bulls kick off, and there's apparently a few Bulls changes have come on. Krobler with a good take. David, going to box kick here. And does. It's being chased down by Bester. Which Chamberlain loses it backwards, but regathers it, gets his chance. Then off to Jakob van der Volt, who whips it to Immelman. Immelman beats one. Papier looks both ways, then decides to go the way he initially looked. Papier, and it's couldn't sorry, Bester almost with an intercept, but I think the initial knock on came from the Bulls. Bulls looking really like desperate to get the ball moving there. Bester's a good player. Let's see. No, I think the first knock on came from the Sharks. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Bester would have got that if he caught that. He was away. Wry smile from John Plumtree there. Half an hour left in the game, so first 10 minutes of the second half gone. Bulls have a scrum here to try and get themselves out of their own half. I imagine they'll go for a long kick from Jakob van der Volt. Okay, our scoreboard's updated already, so the scoreboard is clearly gone a lot. Oh, so they break off the back through Hanekom. He gets the ball away to Papier. Papier kicks downfield. And I tell you what, he's got the pace over Lionel Grenier. He gathers and he slides over. Brilliant from Ambrose Papier. And just like that, the game changes again. Brilliant scrum from the Bulls. And what a little run from Hanekom. Get it, and the kick from Papier to chase was brilliant. Yeah, Lionel Grenier doesn't have speed anymore. No speed. He's not fast. I mean, Lionel Grenier was jogging for most of that. Well, it's a good way to take the lead for the Bulls. Van der Volt, he gets the conversion over 18 points to 13. Bulls take the lead. The Bulls fans celebrating that really good try from Papier. Yeah, Lionel Grenier just started jogging. Maybe he doesn't have a fifth gear anymore. He's just got four. So Grenier kicks off. He goes long. Vilko Low has now left the field, and Klopper's come on. It's a knock on from the Bulls on the kickoff. Gumeri knocking it on. So Sharks do have an opportunity to get themselves back into the game. It was a good low drop kick, that one. Good low kickoff. Oh, yeah, just kind of dropped on Gumeri. So Sharks have a scrum. Davids will feed. David's feeds. He goes to Hooker. Hooker takes it into the line. Good carry from Hooker up to the 5 meter line. Davids. Van Heerden. Good carry from Van Heerden. Pick up. Oh, Bester gets knocked into next year. Good carry from Jacobs. Tries to snipe around the side. Grobler. Dummies and goes, but he's pushed back a meter. Bester. Bester is hanging around the rucks a lot. But I would, yeah, that's not so sure about that call. Oof, Lily Bester got monstered. So it'll be a bull scrum, and Sharks have made a change here. Cornel Raal has come on for Cabran Krobler. Krobler. Krobbles. 25 minutes left. The man from Oakdale is now on the field. Cornel Raal's a good, really good talent. Sharks getting the better of this scrum, but the Bulls do get it out. Van der Vault kicks downfield. It's an all right kick. No, it's not a great kick. They're still in the 22. Kind of came off the side of his boot. They're still in the 22. Ooh, the Sox. The Sox need to win this. Keep their winning streak going. Nikita, come on the Sharks. I know. I'm thinking the same, Nikita. So Fez and Bata will have the throw in at the line-out. It's not cold in Durban, but it's wet. The ball gets overthrown. And Krobler comes away with it. Up here. Goes to Van der Vault. Trying to get some pressure on him as Cornel Raal. Hendricks catches the ball just over the Sharks' half and runs it back. Hendricks, Hendricks has not had much chance today. And penalty to the Bulls for holding on. Hendricks has not been. It's not that he's played badly. He hasn't really because of the wet. He hasn't had a good chance to kind of get a foothold in this. Pumi Mkwana wants the Bulls to win. Sorry, mate, I'm a Sharks supporter, but that could bring me some pain in about 25 minutes. Great tackle though from Visa on Jordan Hendrickson. It did look like Immelman's hands went past the ball first, but the referee didn't see it. So Krobler will have the throw in at the line out. Cornel Raal looking to challenge. It's definitely not straight there from the Bulls, and there was a challenge. There was a line out lift for the Sharks. So the not straight is the called. Just remember the rules now is if you don't compete for the line out and it's not straight, doesn't matter. Play on. So good that Cornel Raal jumped for that. So scrum down to the Sharks. Their scrum has got a bit stronger. They were putting a lot of pressure on the Bulls in that last scrum, so hopefully they can do it again. Maybe play for a penalty. So scrum is set. Just getting ready to go in now. David's with the ball and the put-in. Scrum solid from both sides. Not really moving at all. Davids gets it out. Crenier is playing at fly-off, so Masuka looks like he's standing at 13. Long kick from Crenier, but he's got it to Immelman. Immelman whips it in field to Borta Chamberlain, playing against his old side, most of his mates. And he brings play just inside the Bulls' 10-meter line. Sharks win a good territory gain there from the kick from Chamberlain. So Fezenbata with a throw in. Goes to the middle through Van Heerden. Mbata has it at the back. The maul's not really moving. They're going to get told to use it. Davids takes it. Hooker with the carry into Van der Bolt. Up to the 10-meter line. Davids goes deep to Crenier. Crenier with actually not too bad. Bester with a chase. Ball hits the ground and goes back. And but it's called a knock on from Bester. I don't know if I wouldn't say that hit his hands, but we'll have a look. But Hendricks are carrying the Bulls player out. Sharks employing a good kicking game to try and keep the Bulls in their half. Just over 20 minutes left in this game, so one quarter. Right, so number 21 is coming on for Embrose Papier, and that's what's his name, Zach Berger. And it looks like another change is coming off it. Cameron Honeycomb is coming off. It's a big blow for the Bulls. He's been playing really well in this game. James Fenter is also coming on for Pepsi Buthelezi, which I imagine means Chituka will go to 8. Corne Ral receiving some attention already, although it looks like it's attention to his boots rather than him. Nizam Carr has made his way onto the field as well, so the benches are being kind of unloaded for this last 20 minutes. Cameron Wright's also on the field, so Davids has also gone off. Oh, so Emmanuel Chituka's gone to number 8, not Vincent. Interesting. I know Chituka was used quite a lot as a lock, I think, with the Lions. And a number 6 mainly. Interesting he's gone to 8. So Bulls throw in the scrum. See, I'd say the Bulls were driving upwards there. Yeah, both front rows going up. So the scrum will be reset, but the Bulls went up first. It looks like there's a couple more changes. I'll let you know what they are as I see them. So there's been a change in the front row. Oh no, Klopper I told you about. Yeah, he came on ages ago. No, it looks like that is just the changes for now. Handling errors 8 to the Bulls, 6 for the Sharks. Yeah, considering it's 14 handling errors across the board in a pretty wet game, it's not bad. I've seen a lot worse. It's not terrible from these guys, and most of those have come from like trying to tap it back off a kick. To be fair, so solid scrum from both sides. Sharks look like they went down first, but Gumedi breaks away from it, brought down by Cameron Wright. Viso with a carry, trucked backwards though by Van Heerden and Corny Rahl. The two locked joining forces to tackle him back. And it looks like the new man Berger will kick downfield. And he's minor charge down, but it's gone to what's his name? Nobuka. Very loose ball at the back there. So the Sharks finally get some control. Cameron Wright goes to Jacobs. So Cameron Wright trying to get it back to the back of this so he can box kick. And does. Good catch from Van der Bolt. Van der Bolt going. Beats one. Gets the ball away, but it's gone to Bester. Sharks have pilfered it. So the ball goes to ground, but it's unplayable. So the Sharks will get the ball back. So it's another scrum to the Sharks. Let's see. Does it mean that the SA derbies are postponed? That the SA teams round two games will move up to next week? Will the SA teams involved in the derbies get a bye next week? It's a good question, Cameron. Let me have a look. Um, there's an app I use that should help me figure this out. Next weekend. So no. So the first weekend of games for the South African teams in the URC is the 21st. So not next weekend. So it'll only. That's interesting. Because then what about the final? Um, and the, and the problem is those games are against South African derbies, as you're saying. So next weekend will be the semi. The weekend after that would have to be the final. So yeah. So in the final, I think in the URC that first round, I'm not sure we'll see full strength sides. We'll see. That's an interesting one, Cameron. I hadn't thought of that. We'll see what happens. But again, it also depends who makes the final. Um, and I have a feeling it will be the Lions versus the Bulls in the final. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. It's odd though. In terms of the URC, you almost want to get to the semi and then stop with the Currie Cup because I mean, winning it does it do that much? Probably not. So Sharks have a scrum. Cameron Wright will have the put in. Scrum is set. Wright gets the ball in and gets the ball out. Skips one, goes to Hooker. Hooker with a good carry over Van der Vault. Right, goes to the blind side. Good carry from Trevor Nyakani. Penalty advantage to the Sharks. Wright is going to box kick. I'm not sure that's a good idea, especially when you're right outside the 22. But the ball is lost forward by the Bulls. So it'll be not only a penalty advantage, but a knock-on advantage as well to the Sharks. Right. Here is Manny Chituka. Jakob supporting him. Right goes himself, but he's scragged by Gumedi. Richardson, sorry, not Richardson. Fenter picks up and goes. Sharks are actually moving forward quite well here. Bester off to Shatuka. Bester picks up again. He's doing a lot of work around those rucks. Isolated, and it's Bester. And the penalty advantage for the Sharks must have been over, which I don't agree with. But they just still have hope to win the Currie Cup. Yeah, they do. If they beat the Lions, they're team number 4. So Jakob van der Vault will clear. Smacks it downfield, brings play just outside the Bulls' 10-meter line. We've got about 16 minutes left of the game. Bester's doing these interesting pick and goes, but the problem is he's getting caught out. So we just got a little bit of a break in play here. I think it's one of the Chatuka brothers who's getting some attention. I think it's Manny. Nope, Fez and Bata. Wait. No, it is Manny Chatuka. Yep, just still receiving some treatment, so the game is paused at the moment. Not long to go, though. Just over 15 minutes. Oh, I hate these long breaks. Not the ideal conditions for a rugby match. That is for sure. It's we'll get moving. So the line out is now ready to go as Chituka gets up, and Krobler will throw in. Sharks trying to steal it, can't quite do so, but do create a bit of a chaos in that line out. The maul goes straight to ground, so no penalisable offence there. Carr with the carry, and it looks like Zach Berger's going to set up for a box kick here. Told to use it, and does just. It's going to fall to Mapimpi. Mapimpi beats one, beats two, then is tackled by Zach Berger, supported by Chituka, both of them. Right, Trevor Nyakani. Right, right kicks long. And it's a penalty. Vincent Chituka offside at the kick, advancing after the kick from an offside position. And I tell you what, the Bulls could get another 3 points here. And it looks like Trevor Nyakani's looking a bit sore. Oh, no, it's Mapimpi who's penalised. But the referee said number 7, but sure. So Jakob van der Volt's going to go for points here, and that'll take them out to an 8-point lead. This is looking bad for the Sharks. They're just not getting anywhere. The crowd is absolutely tiny. It's always tiny though. Yeah. So next week, regardless of who wins this game, we travel up to Loftus for the away fixture essentially of this, and the Lions will play the Cheetahs. Van der Vault, he's missed it, and he looked at it tentatively the whole time, but he's missed it. So that's a let off for the Sharks. 14 minutes to go, and the Sharks still within 5. So 15 minutes since the last point was scored by the Bulls. Lionel Cronio kicks very long, falls to Burta Chamberlain. He's going to launch an up and under for Gumeri to chase. Cronio tries to catch it, and it bounces. It's a penalty to the Sharks. Same penalty. Gumeri in front of the kicker and advancing. And it looks like Lionel Cronio has now got some kind of injury. Bloody hell, we're not going to have any players left for the next round. So Lionel Cronio, 309 Currie Cup points in 67 appearances. He's been around. Msuku kicks to the corner, and I don't think he's happy with that kick. Does not find touch, nowhere near. Mapimpi with a decent chase, Hooker with a decent chase, and I tell you what, the return kick's not great either. Who's run onto it? It looks like Cronua. Not a great pass, but Manny Chituka does catch it. And Immelman's over the ball, not quite long enough. Here's Nyakani. Right. Cronua out to Rahl. Rahl bounces off Zach Berger. Penalty to the Sharks. Now, do they take the 3? I'd say yes. Get us to within 2 points, and we haven't looked like scoring for a long time. I'd go for the Poles. Looks like there's going to be a blood replacement for Zach Berger. It's a really good bump off by Corneral. Yeah, it's just a rugby incident. Yeah, Sharks. I think the Sharks need to go for poles here. So Papia will be coming back, but it is a penalty to the Sharks, and Masuku is lining it up. And I think Gumedi's coming off. Come on, Masuku, we need you to get this. So Masuku hasn't missed today, despite some difficulties with the ball blowing off the tee. And you can see this rain is still pumping down. Yeah, go Sharks, everyone. Thank you very much. Masuku. Ooh, and I think he's got that. Yeah, Masuku gets it over. We're back to a 2-point game. 11 minutes to go in this game. Sharks lead trail by 2. I swear the water here tastes worse and worse every day. Taken in by Cameron Wright off the kickoff. He launches his kick downfield. Finds a brilliant touch. And the line out's going to be just outside the Sharks' 10-meter line. Cameron Wright not happy at all by where the touch judge has called it out. Krobler. Krobler will throw in. Sharks, they challenge it. Royal almost gets his hand on it. Visa with a good one-handed take. Bulls, the maul is moving forwards. Sharks need to do something to stop it. Still moving forwards. It's kind of stopped now. They're going to get told to use it. And the ball squirts out. Papia gets it away. And a really odd attempted grubber through. Vincent Chichuka comes away with it and then throws it forwards. Wright tackles him down, though. Here's Visa with a carry. Nyakani trying to get over the ball. Papia off the Krobler. Papia. Kirsten goes to Butch Chamberlain to Forster. Sorry, not Forster. David Creel. Oh. Knock on first by the Bulls and then by the Sharks, but Mapimpi hacks it through, but it's going to be a scrum to the Sharks. 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left. The Sharks have an attacking scrum. It's not good weather for a good game of running rugby, is it? And it's Creel. Knocked on by Jaco van der Walt straight into Mapimpi, who, without, obviously wasn't expecting it. The knee loses it forward, but still our scrum, and we're in their half. And now it's, I think, Fez and Bate receiving some treatment. So Vincent Chituka just saying something. Oh, yeah. The ball was knocked out of his hands by Kutsia. It's a close game, this. There'll be some sore bodies after this game, guarantee it. Yeah, I think the Sharks need to win this purely for the psychological advantage of then going into next week, the same fixture but away. But the problem is we've had so many injuries in not good places either. So Wright feeds the scrum. Good scrums from both teams. Wright gets it out. Grenier beats Masuku, who dabs it forwards for what's his name? Best at a chase. There's a slip at the back. Here's Immelman. He's carried over his line. It's going to be a 5-meter scrum to the Sharks. Oh, and this is a big moment in this game. Taken back over, and that slip from I think it was Jaco van der Walt could prove very costly. No, Butcher Chamberlain, Hooker, and Masuku not letting Immelman get back over his line. Come on, boys. We need to get a try here. Come on, Sox. God, we need a try here. Yeah, I would do that. I would pass straight to Hooker on a hard running line. Cameron, I'm not honestly sure. I don't know what's happening with Sia. Um, I think it's interesting. Like, if Sia is coming back, he's obviously going to be captain. So maybe that's why Chatuka is captain today. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Because I know that Racing were interested in doing like a swap for Chatuka. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. So time is back on. We've got 7 minutes to play. Sharks have a 5-meter line out. Sorry, 5-meter scrum. Oh, it's a good scrum from the Sharks too. This is going to be a penalty. It has to be. It is. Cameron Wright picks it up at the back. Jordan Hendricks is going to go in. Hendricks are over the line. And the Sharks take the lead with 7 minutes to go. Hendricks crashes over. Even Sharky's on the field. What a scrum from the Sharks, though. And Hendricks are just overpowering Novuka and Jaco van der Walt to crash over to score the Sharks. So only second try of the game. So both teams have scored 2 tries at the moment. Come on, Masuku. I think he's got it. No, he's missed. Sharks lead by 3. Masuku misses his first kick of the game. Yeah, he probably would. I mean, a lot of the French bosses I don't particularly like. I hate the guy who owns Toulon. He's an ass. So Sharks take the lead with just over 5 minutes to play. Great take in the air from Corneral off the kickoff. There have been 6 lead changes in this game. That's a lot. Cameron Wright launches the box kick downfield. Doesn't get much distance, but probably doesn't need to or want to. Ball hits grass. Go to Chamberlain, whips it infield to Jaco van der Walt. Oh, it's a great sliding tackle or grab of the feet from Lionel Grenier to slow him down. Sharks looking for a turnover and getting one. That is a huge play with 5 minutes to go. That gets them deep into the Bulls' half with their own attacking lineup. And the Sharks looking a lot better now. Chatuka having a really good captain's game here. Masuku drills it. Oh my god, Masuku's kicked it dead. Or was it Lionel Grenier? It was Masuku. He's kicked it dead. Cameron, I am from England. Well, I live in Scotland, but I'm English. I tell you what, look, Bumi, the game's not over yet, and with that bad mistake from Masuku, you're still in it. But yes, Cameron, I am English, but I'm living in Edinburgh. So Scotlander, Scotlander. 4 minutes to go. I lived in South Africa for a long time, Nikita. I lived in Pietermaritzburg for 14 years, hence why I support the Sharks. So Embrose Papier, 3 minutes 45 for the Bulls to pull something out here. Sharks are starting to get ascendancy in the scrum. Jacob van der Walt whips it wide to Butter Chamberlain. Chamberlain gets it in field, but it's lost forwards. No, apparently play on from the referee. Certainly was knocked on though. That's a poor call from the referee. Carr, good tackle from Chituka. Here's Van der Vault, gets it wide. Creel tries to get it away to Butter Chamberlain, but he gets it to Krobler. Good carry from Krobler. Almost up to halfway. Van der Vault whips it wide. Oh, Cameron Wright can't hang on. Here's Carr. Carr whips it wide. And that's a forward pass. Oh. Can you speak Afrikaans a little bit? Not even a little bit. I can understand some of it, but I just never tried to learn it, in all honesty. So they'll come back for the knock on from, I believe, Cameron Wright. Did you ever watch Michael House or Schoolboy Rugby? Yeah, I went to Hilton. So I was at Hilton Michael House, what, 10 times when I was there, and then I went a few times before I even went there. I think once after as well. Um, Mazuka is a kicking machine, but that was a poor miss from touch from him. But 2.5 minutes to play. But yes, I went to Hilton, so of course I watched a lot of Schoolboy Rugby. Met my South African wife, 15 years ago. She was on work permit in New Zealand. Moved this side to Cape Town when I married her. I'm originally from Taranaki. Oh, nice. To be honest, Cameron, I want to move to Cape Town in 5 years' time. Once my new job has like got me where I kind of want to be, I want to move to Cape Town. That's where I want to live for the rest of my life. So Papier off to Van der Vault. Gans to Chamberlain. He's being hunted by Hooker. Hooker gets him down in a good tackle, just on the other side of halfway. Papier gets it to Van der Vault. Nizam Carr gets it away. Oh, no foul play called though. Van der Vault has to go the other way, change direction. Creel and Nizam Carr drops it forwards. And with a minute and a half left to play, you've got to think that the Sharks have got this in the bag. Manjesi just saying, mate, I was tackled high. Best of luck. Looking forward to having you back in SA, mate. Cheers. No, I miss it. I miss South Africa. It's always felt like home. Um, and in all honesty, I'm so entirely sick of Edinburgh winters, and I've only been here for 3 of them. They are depressing as hell. Suka drop goal attempt. I wouldn't say no. I'd love him to try. Drop goals in the West not easy though. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'd rather him or McCrenier to take it. But with less than a minute to go, Sharks have a scrum. They'll just love this clock to keep winding down. 45 seconds. 40 seconds. Where do I live now? I live in Edinburgh, in Scotland. So picked up by Manny Chituka. He hits the line. Good run from Manny Chituka. Corneral with a good carry. 20 seconds left. Cameron Wright told to use it. Goes to Mbata. And penalty to the Sharks, and that will be game over. That will be game over. Honestly, I don't think I'd even go for polls. I would tap and go and just kick it out. Well, but they're going to take a shot. So all Masuku needs to do here is make sure he either gets it or kicks it dead. So it should be end of the game, Sharks win. It doesn't make a difference for the game. It just guarantees the win. Well, either way, we've won. Well, unless he hits the uprights and they go the length of the field. Come on, Masuku. Come on, get it over. Masuku. And I think he's got it. And the ball is over. Masuku puts the nail in the coffin. Sharks win 24 points to 18, a 6-point win for the Sharks. And while it doesn't mean anything in terms of the log, anything like that, it is a very good 5-game winning streak for the Sharks to take into their semi-final against the same opponents. So really helpful going into next week. Really good from the Sharks in tough, very tough conditions. But I tell you what, Bulls made them work for it. It was a close run game that. Um, and the nice thing is like they can take it chilled because it doesn't affect what's going to happen next weekend. Next weekend will be what it is. It's at Loftus. We'll see. Interestingly, though, this game's caused a lot of injuries to both sides, so we'll see what the lineups are for next weekend. But thanks for joining me, guys. My name is Cal. This is Forever and Forever Sports. That was the Sharks taking down the Bulls in the final Currie Cup round, 24 points to 16. We got the review coming up immediately after, and then, well, see you for the semifinals next weekend. Have a wonderful weekend, guys, and thanks for watching.